I've had this vehicle for 2 years, and for 2 years I've put up with this nuisance. As you can see, the shocks or the struts, whatever you want to call them, inside my trunk are out, and I've been clunked on the head one too many times, so today I finally decide to replace them. Sorry, it is a little bit dark outside, so I'm using a flashlight. I hope it will make everything a lot more visible, but I'll try to explain everything as best I can. For this repair, there aren't very many tools that are required. What you will need are new struts and shocks, of course. These are the Stabilis brand. I found these on Pelican Parts for like $20 a piece. They had a good rating, and they are the OEM parts. If you really wanted to, you can buy the Porsche brand ones, which are about $70 a piece, but I went ahead and settled with these. Another thing you'll need is a very small flathead screwdriver or something to wedge to get that metal band off of these struts. And you'll also need some kind of stick to hold your trunk lid up so it doesn't clonk you in the head while you're trying to replace these. It was pretty dark outside, and I wanted to show you guys the metal retainer band on each end of the strut. You can see it right there wrapped around, and at the end of the strut there are two slivers to where you can slide it back in after you removed it. On the other side, I've already removed it. What the band does essentially is apply pressure to keep the ball joint in place, so without the band around it, this thing slips right out. This came part of the packaging. I assume it keeps the grease from, or prevents it from drying up. But this is what I did to prepare to install it. I've already installed the other one, so I've kind of toyed around with it. So what you want to do is take a flathead screwdriver or something that can fit inside that sliver. I used the end of a fingernail clipper because I don't have a small flathead. But essentially, I shoved it in the top, kind of shimmied it inside, gave it a little twist. Well, there goes the ball joint. But once you get this off, it can go on the ball joint inside the trunk. But before you do that, you want to align this up with the slivers and kind of get it in place. So once you slide it on, you just pull the restrainer down and it'll clip right into place. So here are the struts after I've prepared the band. As you can see, I put it in the slivers, but I didn't push it all the way down. So at this point, all I have to do is put it on the ball joint in the trunk and push it straight down. That'll lock it in place. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but if you do decide to use fingernail clippers like I did, make sure they're not wanted anymore, because I kinda bent the filer. Here is the old strut. I actually found a little thing in the multi-tool. It looks like a scythe. I don't know what it's called, but it actually really helps a lot to get these bands undone. Kind of got to shimmy it in there and just pull it straight out. Ouch. These bands don't snap, but they will spring out and hit you if you're not careful. But there's the top one, and here's the bottom one. Let me go ahead and undo this one and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've removed the bands from both ends. At this point, you really need something to be holding up your trunk, because as soon as you remove these, they come right off. The trunk will actually start falling. This may not be functional, but it still holds the trunk up. And here are the two ball joints that I was talking about earlier. Let's go ahead and take our new struts. This is our new one, right? Yep. And make sure you have it at the right orientation. I don't know what this is called, like a pressure chamber or something, but that goes on the top. This slides right in, and this part connects right to that ball. As soon as I can get it in. Let me undo this top part. It's a lot easier to get the bottom one in first and then attach the top one. And then you kind of got to do some realigning just to make sure they are both attached to that ball joint. Okay, so this is the easy part. since we adjusted the bands earlier, all we have to do is take a pair of pliers or something, and, well, actually, I don't have anything to grab onto at that end. This end, we can just use our fingers and push down a lock. As soon as they want to come down. Okay, there we are. Took a little bit of force, but that is in place now. Sorry, it was a little bit blurry because my camera doesn't focus very well at night. And the bottom part, this is the one where we take our pliers and one end grabs the band, the other end grabs this little block up here. Go ahead and squeeze it together and it'll move the band into place. There we are. Do it on the side too, so the other side is in place. There we are. And there we are. So now those are installed. Let me go ahead and give it a quick tug to make sure they are connected. Yep. I can remove this and the trunk stays open. I hope this video helped you guys out. This repair was incredibly easy. This is coming from a person who hardly does any car work of their own. This video and my other video were just little side projects just to save me some money. I may make some more in the future, but my mechanic quoted me about $400 to replace these two pieces. And like I mentioned earlier, they're $40 combined plus shipping. So essentially you can save yourself $300 just by doing this. It takes about 30 minutes. So it's not very difficult at all. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to leave a comment down below. I'll try to help you out as much as I can. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time.